Hello explorers, and welcome to Jaffna, the heart of Tamil heritage in Northern Sri Lanka. I'm Drew, your guide to this enthralling history. If vibrant Colombo fascinated you, get ready for Jaffna's unique and distinct tale. Early roots. Long before the Tamil migration, Northern Sri Lanka teemed with life. Prehistoric communities thrived, skillfully harnessing the bounties of land and sea. Their ancient footprints, like those in Manthai and Mannar, reveal a fascinating world of early trade and cultural exchange. As the first millennium BC unfolded, Tamil settlers arrived from the southern tip of India. Driven by trade, exploration, and the allure of fertile lands, they established thriving communities. The Palk Strait, initially a dividing water body, soon became a bridge of culture, trade, and kinship between the Tamils of India and Sri Lanka. These early settlers infused Northern Sri Lanka with their culture, language, and economic systems. The Tamil language flourished, temples adorned the landscape, and a unique Sri Lankan identity, connected to their Dravidian kin in Tamil Nadu, emerged. Today, traces of these early civilizations and their trading prowess can still be glimpsed at ancient ports and archaeological sites. This rich history laid the foundation for the vibrant and resilient culture of Northern Sri Lanka that we explore today. Chola and Pandyan influence, 11th and 12th century. As centuries rolled on, Northern Sri Lanka became pivotal in the power plays of the subcontinent. Enter the Cholas and the Pandyas, two mighty South Indian dynasties with ambitions that spanned beyond their mainland territories. In the early 11th century, the aggressive maritime expansion of the Cholas brought them to Sri Lanka. Trincomalee, with its natural harbour, was a vibrant maritime hub, and the Cholas ushered in a new era of Tamil art, architecture, and scholarship. The Pandyas, often in conflict with the Cholas, also made a mark. Their contributions, while more limited than the Chola, added yet another layer to the evolving culture of Northern Sri Lanka. For a journey into the architectural grandeur of this era, the remains of ancient temples and edifices, such as those at Trincomalee, stand as silent testaments to the past. The Jaffna Kingdom, 1215 to 1624. Often regarded as the crown jewel of Northern Sri Lanka's Tamil heritage, the Jaffna Kingdom represents a significant chapter in the island's history. In the northern reaches of the land, the indomitable spirit of the Tamil community blossomed, paving the way for a distinct cultural identity. Emerging from the shadows of the Cholas and the Pandyas, the Jaffna Kingdom rose to prominence in the 13th century. It was a time of immense cultural and political self-realization for the Tamils of Northern Sri Lanka. Jaffna, the capital, positioned itself as a maritime trade centre. Merchant vessels from neighbouring countries sailed into its ports. This influx of trade brought not only prosperity, but also a blending of cultural influences, making Jaffna cosmopolitan. Today, remnants of this golden age are scattered across the region. While the majestic Nellore Kandaswamy temple narrates tales of bygone splendour, myriad temples, forts, and edifices whisper stories of a society with a profound appreciation for art and design. For those journeying through Sri Lanka, a visit to these landmarks offers a tactile connection to this enthralling epoch. Battleground of Empires, 16th century to 1948. This period is a tale of mighty empires, each vying for a stake in this coveted land. The Portuguese, lured by whispers of the region's grandeur and the strategic allure of its ports, set their footprints upon its golden sands. It wasn't merely about territorial gains. Their epoch imprinted architectural marvels and wove Catholicism into Jaffna's legacy. The Dutch, with their seasoned maritime wisdom, turned their compasses towards Jaffna. By 1658, their flag flew over the land, casting a shade that lasted over a century. Today, the Dutch fort and intricate canal systems stand as silent narrators, reciting tales of their ingenuity and aspiration. In the subsequent chapters, the British Empire, with its grand ambition, inscribed its narrative. Their reign, not only sketched the outlines of a united Sri Lanka, but also posed contemplative dilemmas for the Tamil spirit. English norms and centralised governance hinted at dilution, challenging Tamil identity. But even in the face of these colonial winds, defiance arose. Leaders and commoners alike kindled the resistance, ensuring Tamil traditions, language and heritage ever illuminated Northern Sri Lanka. Are you captivated by Jaffna and Northern Sri Lanka? If so, join our incredible community as we journey through histories and cultures from around the world. Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and be sure to share your insights or suggestions in the comments below. Struggle for post-independence rights, 1948 to 1983. Post-independence, the political atmosphere in Sri Lanka started to shift, as the Tamil-speaking minorities, who once enjoyed meaningful influence, started to feel marginalised. Beginning with the Sinhala-only Act of 1956, which designated Sinhala as the sole official language, to the university standardisation policies of the 1970s, which disproportionately affected Tamil youth, the rift between the communities widened. Protest and non-violent resistance campaigns emerged, with the Tamils demanding an autonomous region in the north and east where they formed the majority. However, as peaceful protests were met with increasing state-sponsored violence and suppression, a radical segment of Tamil youth started to believe that armed resistance was the way forward. In this environment, the rise of militant groups began, with the most prominent being the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, LTTE. Civil conflict and its legacy, 1983 to 2009. The latter half of the 20th century bore witness to one of the most tragic chapters in Sri Lankan history. As tensions between the majority Sinhalese government and the minority Tamils escalated, what began as peaceful protests and demands for equality morphed into a full-blown civil war by the 1980s. For nearly 3 decades, battles raged across the Tamil heartland, from the emblematic Elephant Pass, a strategic choke point at the gateway to Jaffna, to the lagoons of Muliativu, where some of the war's most intense confrontations took place. The scars of this conflict run deep. By 2009, the war reached its somber conclusion. The aftermath left thousands dead, countless displaced, and an entire generation traumatized. The landscape of northern Sri Lanka, particularly cities like Kilinochchi, which once served as the de facto capital of the infamous LTTE, bore the physical scars of war, bombed out buildings, landmines, and war memorials. Reconciliation and recovery. Since 2009. The end of the civil war in 2009 marked a new beginning for northern Sri Lanka, but the path to peace was far from immediate. Former battlegrounds had to confront their past and rebuild. Challenges like demining, infrastructure reconstruction, and rehabilitation efforts took centre stage. Yet, the true challenge lay in healing emotional scars. Addressing wartime atrocities, accountability, and justice became key themes. Today, the northern landscapes bear sombre reminders in the form of memorials and war remnants. Tamil culture beyond Jaffna. Beyond the ancient walls of Jaffna, the northern regions of Sri Lanka have a rich and varied Tamil culture that has spanned millennia, from the rhythmic beats of the Parai drum to the ancient verses of Sangam literature. The Tamil culinary scene is a flavour-packed adventure. Bite into the spicy treats of Muliativu or relish the coastal cuisine of Mannar with seafood caught just hours before. The dosas, idlis, and Jaffna's signature crab curry are legacies passed down through generations. And if you're a lover of nature, then northern Sri Lanka won't disappoint. Wilpattu National Park and the Chundikalum Bird Sanctuary are treasure troves of biodiversity. Leopards prowl and elephants roam the Wilpattu National Park. The enduring legacy of the Tamil heartland. As we draw our exploration to a close, it becomes evident that northern Sri Lanka is more than just a geographical region. It's a living tapestry of history, culture, resilience and beauty. This Tamil heartland, with its myriad tales, tantalizing flavours and breathtaking landscapes, is a testament to a community that has thrived against all odds. The spirit of the Tamils is reflected in every temple's intricate carvings, in every festive beat, in every mouthful of their tasty cuisine, and in the warmth of their smiles. It's an invitation not just to appreciate their rich past, but to be part of their promising future.